Do you guys remember a video I made called BBC Calls Ben 36, the red devil with the golden penis? You guys remember that video? If you have not seen that video, boop, there it is right there. Hit the thumbnail, go to the video, and really listen to it. Go and listen to it, listen very carefully, listen to my tone, listen to what I say, listen to what he says, and then continue on this video. For those who have already listened to the video, we're going to go ahead and continue now. Now, Ben 36, let me start at the very beginning on DeviantArt. What started all this madness? There's a user on DeviantArt by the name of Madhatter. Now, Madhatter draws terrible MS Paint, tickle fetish pictures such as this. MS Paint, fetish pictures, that's just desperation. And everyone who likes these pictures are just as desperate. So desperate for material within their own fetish that they're willing to enjoy pictures like these. But that wasn't the main thing that drew me to Madhatter. I had a chance to talk to Madhatter. We exchanged a couple private messages. I called him lonely. I said, do you not have any friends in real life? Why do you spend all your time making these pictures in MS Paint? Why do you spend all your time role-playing in every single one of these pictures that you put up? I'm telling you right now, his friend, Ben 36 and Sonic Cooper, in every single one of those pictures, they role-play, whether the characters they're role-playing are of legal age or not. Yeah. The characters can be 12, 10 years old. They don't care. They roleplay these sexually explicit fetish roleplays with these characters. But going back to the conversation I had with Madhatter. And Madhatter, don't try to deny this. Madhatter told me there's no people out here where I live to be friends with. Even though I claim that I go to college. There's no people my age for me to hang out with, yet I go to college. Now, what kind of college did he tell me he goes to? He says he goes to a graphic design college. Now, I would believe that if any of his artwork or anything on his DeviantArt page had any artistic value at all. You can't do pictures like that and go to school for graphic design. That is a lie. And what's best, and what's more, he told me he doesn't have any of the artwork tools, which is why he uses MS Paint. So how do you go to school for graphic design, yet you have no art tools? Which is why you stick to MS Paint. Lies. Now, he also told me that he wants to open his own animation studio. He also claimed he was going to be the next Walt Disney and that he was going to be somebody. Yeah. Me and Madhatter, we're the same age. I'm 24, he's 24, I have my own apartment, I pay my own way through school. He's not doing anything but sitting at home with his parents, using their internet, not paying any bills, not working any jobs, and drawing tickle fetish pictures and role-playing tickle role plays with his friends. That's what I told him. I was like, your life is pathetic. That's not going to help in real life. You need to get your life straight. But only, a couple months later did he finally put up a journal like this. Basically telling everybody farewell, or I'm not going to be around as much anymore. It's been fun, but I got to take care of things in real life. And he unblocked me. After he put up that journal, he unblocked me. Because I was right, and he realized I was right. Doing that stuff on DeviantArt does not help him at all with real life. You, his friend, your so-called friends, you so-called friends of his on DeviantArt, tell him not to go. Tell him to stay. Tell him how sad you're gonna be when he leaves. You guys are trying to hinder him from moving on in life. Out there in life is what's gonna help Madhatter, not this little fantasy world you guys have on DeviantArt. But anyway, back to the story. That was a segment about Madhatter. Again, try to prove me wrong. Moving on, Ben36 was really upset. Really upset about the whole ordeal of Madhatter leaving. Ben36 was one of Madhatter's, masturbation buddies when it comes to roleplay. They'd always use explicit, vagina sucking stuff, roleplays. Disgusting stuff. With underage characters. And so he was so upset that he released his phone number on Madhatter's page 4 times. 4 times. So, Hatter, oh, don't leave. Here's my number. Oh, text me, Hatter. Oh, Hatter, oh, I'm gonna miss you. Please don't leave. Please reconsider. Hatter! So naturally, being myself, I saw his phone number up there. So I decided to give Ben36 a call. And again, if you haven't seen that video, boop, there it is. I called Ben36. And, I said I was an administrator from DeviantArt or whatever, doing a survey. How do you like the website? How do you like the tools? Are the reporting tools okay? What's going on with trolls? I see you're upset about your friend Madhatter, blah, blah. But then later I revealed myself to be the Blockbuster critic. And immediately, Ben36 said, "Do you want me to deactivate my account?" Now, after this call was over and done with, put up on my channel for everyone else to see, his friends on DeviantArt went bananas. And not just his friends, but people within the foot fetish and tickle fetish community, I guess you can call it, over there on DeviantArt. A lot of them went nuts. They started putting up journals about me, talking about, we gotta get this guy, he's an enemy. I mean, let's just read a few of these journals. Here's one by Feather Jedi called Fetish Trolling at an All-Time Low. Okay, is anyone aware of a PC gaming web host by the name of Blockbuster Critic? On DeviantArt, he's Okamigi Jinka. Well, apparently, he got in touch with Ben36, a friend of both Madhatter and Sonic Cooper, called him on the phone under the pretense of being a representative of DeviantArt conducting a survey, recorded the conversation, revealed himself in the conversation, and posted it on YouTube, making Ben36 a laughingstock and forcing him to delete his account. Now, did I force Ben36 to delete his account? It is factual that Ben36 removed himself from DeviantArt twice before the video was even uploaded to the internet. He deleted his original Ben36 account, came back as the Red Reaper, and then deleted that account as well, before I even put the video up on YouTube. So here we go right here. They're spreading all these lies to try to garner an army to come against me, when in fact, doing so in the first place yields no results. It's one of those pathetic things I've seen on DeviantArt. And it was Ben36 who made the conscious choice to remove his accounts. As you guys heard in the call, and I quote, after I said I was a Blockbuster critic, he instantly says, "Do you want me to deactivate my account? Because if you want me to, I will." And what did I say? Don't deactivate your account for me. Deactivate your account for you. But I just wanted to let you know that you're actually talking to him right now.
No time to waste, but make a pace. It's okay to remove copy and paste. I'm doing my way, you do it your way. Don't just follow your left, find the right way. Stereotypes, too many hypes. Found out epitome of new types. Having the fear is path to my soul, cause I overcome them. That's how I roll.
Do you want me to deactivate my account? Because I will if you want me to. I want you to deactivate your account for you. Not for me, but for you.
I left that up to him. He was the one who said he was going to deactivate his account. That never came out of my mouth. So you guys are liars. Continuing. Now, I can't say I knew Ben36, but this kind of antic from Blackbuster Critic, who I used to have minor respect for, this is a pathetic low. Admittedly, it's Ben36's own fault for posting his phone information, but goddamn, Blackbuster has openly painted a picture to the world and his fans that we're nothing but a bunch of sick freaks that will never amount to anything. That's the kind of overreaction you see when somebody wants to victimize themselves. Same thing with Review Tech USA about the whole e-begging thing. What was it he said? You can't expect me to justify all my transactions from now on. I'm not gonna do that. Nobody asked him to do that. Nobody implied for him to do that. But because he wanted to victimize himself, to try to blow off some of the steam off of him, get some of this red hotness off of him, he tries to make himself look like a victim, such as this. Saying that I am painting a picture for the entire fan base on DeviantArt, when in factuality, I'm merely pointing out individuals by name. Madhatter, Ben36. Those are the only people that I had talked about. And then Manusha, or whatever his name is, yeah, he was in a couple screenshots in the video. But regardless, I only really talked about Madhatter and Ben36. Are you saying that Madhatter and Ben36 represents your community? Because if not, we're not going to judge your entire community off of these two people. That's why instead of saying the entire community on DeviantArt for such and such fetish or this such group, I merely state individuals. Youngblood Fantasy 91 was guilty of this as well. Even though I state commentators and I give criteria as to who I'm talking about, he says I generalize the entire community. Do you guys see how all these people who I have mind raped are so much alike with the things that they use as responses, as excuses? Continuing, that we're nothing but a bunch of sick freaks that will never amount to anything. Several of you guys in this little clique are amounting to stuff. And then that's Cheshire and Mujar, and I don't know who that last person's icon is. Come to mind. Never amounts to anything. My God. I'm too upset and tired to even comment. This is just too despicable for words. And that journal was just one of many journals that got spawned just from this one little thing that I did. These two people that I talked about, Madhatter and Ben36, all they did was give me more ammunition, more reasons to actually look at what they're doing, read what they were saying, and to make a video like this to expose them for what they are. A bunch of crybaby cowards who like to block, leave a comment, then block so you can't reply back. Some of these individuals actually messaged me during the incident, talking about how roleplay is a good thing. I play Mass Effect. So when I do Paragon and something good happens because of it, I learned that if you're a good guy in real life, you can get further in life. So you're wrong, Blackbuster Critic. Role-playing is good. Yes, somebody actually sent me a message along those lines. I'll post it up right here. I'm gonna go get it later. But you guys can pause right now and see it for yourself. But the more that they spread this little story that was going on, the more people that got involved. And the more people I found that were hypocrites and just delicious targets for further videos. Like, let's take a look at Jordan E. Kidnics. He wrote this journal called Lonely Troll is Lonely Troll. And this is some of the most ironic and hypocritical things I've seen on DeviantArt. Just get ready for this. So this stupid faggot named Okamaki Jinka, also known as the Black Buster Show, has been going around trolling people in the tickle / fetish community. 2 people. First, I would like to say, if you're going to troll someone, never show your face on camera. People with imagination can do stuff. In all honesty, Jordan and Kidnics, if I didn't show my face, all you people would do is say I'm a coward. And say I'm a faceless troll. But that's not the case here. So, with you people, it's damned if I do, damned if I don't. Also, I think it's quite sad that you trolled an innocent 13 to 14-year-old kid into deactivating his account, pretending to be a DeviantArt representative. Now, from the conversation me and Ben36 had, I didn't get the impression he was a 13 or 14-year-old kid. But since you're actually a part of this little group, I think you might have a little bit, more knowledge about this guy than I do. So, let's just imagine for 2 seconds that Ben36 was indeed a 13 to 14-year-old boy. Madhatter, Manunsa, you two are role-playing sexual themes with a 13 to 14-year-old boy when you two are grown men. Yeah. That is sick. That is so sick. Anyway, back to the journal. Ben36, I guess you probably suffer from blue balls, bro. Because if you had a life, you wouldn't have trolled. You would have gotten laid. Which, you guys know, I don't really have to talk about that. You guys know all about me if you come to the live streams. By the way, about the whole never show your face thing, and he draws a picture of me, you're welcome. Jordan Kidnics. Essentially, you're attacking me for being an intolerant asshole and for attacking the whole tickle / fetish community on DeviantArt. But you yourself was talking about flagging down a group on DeviantArt just because you don't like the pairing that the group is about. Aren't you being just as intolerant as you say that I am being? And not only that, as far as being lonely, take a look at the pictures you draw. An anthropomorphic rainbow dash telling you to come back to bed? Pretending that Rainbow Dash is in love with you? Drawing Rainbow Dash in pictures with you and your brother? Who's the lonely virgin who needs to get laid? Not I. That's you, son. That's you. But that wasn't all. He said I should die. He says most people would kill me. And not only did Manunsa say if he was to do your face, blah, 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 you would have let him out on the ground. He says he would stab me. Do you guys hear this? You guys are making all these journals and making me out to be the bad guy when members of your own community are saying that I should die, I should get beat up, I should get stabbed, and they're willing to stab me. And another guy says that I should be shot like a dog. This guy right here. I should be shot like a dog. And not just me, but all my fans as well. People who weren't even related to what happened. I was the only person to do anything, but this guy says everyone who's a fan of me, who's not even involved in this, should be shot like dogs too. So who's the bad people here? They call me a Hitler? They call me a fascist? Really? Anyway, let's read another interesting journal by someone that we already know. It's our old buddy George Miser. For those who might not have been here, George Miser doesn't like me because I attacked his friend Walnuts. Walnuts was an individual on YouTube that drew foot fetish pictures and tickle fetish pictures of characters that belong in freaking kindergarten. And only after that I exposed him did this guy finally realize that what he's doing is just a tad bit creepy. So he finally stopped. To an extent. I haven't looked at his account recently. But another reason why George Miser already doesn't like me is because I attacked his Thomas the Tank Engine fanboy friends. Grown people who fantasize about trains are in love with these trains from Thomas the Tank Engine show. Yes. Yes. There was actually a girl who was in love with Henry the Great Engine or whatever they call it. These people who are worried about pairing up Thomas and Rosie. Oh, I think these two trains are a good couple. They can make some really nice little train car babies. Stuff like that. It's ridiculous. But he's still mad about that, apparently. So here we go again. Tickle fetishists. Your community needs you. Today, another anti-fetish retard has declared war on us and has attempted to demonize anyone with a tickle or foot fetish. Show me one place. Show me one place where I declared war on your little community. Show me one place where I demonize anyone with a tickle or foot fetish. It seems to be a real specific type of person that I usually go about, contacting. People who are too far gone in their fantasy to where it affects their real life. People who seem to have pedophile tendencies, like your friend Walnuts, like your friend Madhatter, like your friend Sonic Cooper, and you. You are all a part of the group on DeviantArt dedicated to the feet of Melody from the Little Mermaid movie. Ben 36 included. You guys all have a foot fetish, a sexual attraction to feet. And you guys are a part of a group dedicated to the feet of an 8 to 12-year-old girl from Disney's film, The Little Mermaid 2. So you tell me I'm lying when I say people like you exhibit these pedophilia waves. Tell me it's a lie. Anyway, back to the journal. A self-ignorant, closed-minded piece of human filth who leads an army of zombies who are 100% incapable of thinking for themselves. So he's gone to insulting all of you as well. A man who uses lies and falsehoods to try to achieve his ends. Show me proof. When he fails to achieve them, he rage quits like a bitch and runs away to fight the next community. A total moron who believes in gender and age roles religiously without thought or logic. Again, where is this guy getting all of this? Do you guys see the lies and the stuff these people will spin just to garner hatred towards a person? None of it is true, and they can't show a shred of evidence. And I know you guys are going to be watching this video, so if you can show one example of the things you're talking about, put it in a journal so we can all see it. Prove to everyone that you're not a liar. Bet you can't. A man who accuses the innocent of being pedophiles. Yeah, you look very innocent being in that Melody Foot Club. A man who, by all accounts, should be rotting in jail for what he has done. This man is known as Okami Kijinka, otherwise known as PC Gaming Cyberbully Blockbuster Critic. This man has attacked one of our friends, Ben 36, by calling him on the phone under the guise of a representative of DeviantArt conducting a survey. Again, how did I attack Ben? Listen to my tone in that call. Was I mean? Was I condescending? I was kind, generous, and you know what? If it weren't for me, who knows what kind of trolls would have gotten his number? I was the one who told him to make sure Madhatter takes his number off of his page. If it weren't for me, that number would have still been up there. And so many trolls could have gotten a hold of that number. But no one thanks me for giving Ben36 good advice for his own privacy's sake, and for teaching him a valuable lesson about real world and fantasy and the dangers of when those two things get crossed over. But none of you are going to see it that way. I'm merely an attacker. And just from that one little incident, I'm attacking the entire community on DeviantArt. Back to the journal. He then recorded the conversation and posted on YouTube, scaring Ben off of DeviantArt and painting a malicious picture in the eyes of his spineless slave fans. This isn't the first time he has attacked the community. However, the Thomas Sonic Pop-Up Girls, I think I would remember if I attacked some Pop-Up Girl people. Maybe you're speaking about the Miss Oliver and Blossom guy from DeviantArt and YouTube, the dude that has some kind of obsession with Blossom from Pop-Up Girls and Thomas the Tank Engine. Etc. communities have all been bullied by this repugnant, slimy piece of shit. I think he hasn't attacked is the brony community, but probably only because he's a coward and knows that he and his fans will be destroyed in an instant. We would be destroyed in an instant by bronies. In reality, BBC doesn't give a damn about his fan base and only uses them as a means to an end. Can you tell me how I've used these people? How have I used my fans? A lot of you guys, and I've seen this in several of your journals and comments, you guys have talked about how I've had my fan base go and attack you guys. During that incident, who attacked you? Nobody. Not a single person. It was only what I did on YouTube, recording the conversation and putting it up. No one has attacked you guys. Now, recently, yeah, the Arcana artist, he's gone over there just to troll you guys, and you guys fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You are friends with Thomas the Tank Engine tards, yet you didn't realize that the video he posted in his journal, the whole Mythic Knights Unite. One of your friends did that. Train Lover 476, that's one of his videos. Went right over your head because you're just so belligerent and so blinded by all these falsehoods you've created in your own mind to justify your hatred for a person that hasn't done anything wrong. It just blows your mind, doesn't it? Yeah, how is shutting the Thomas facts down going again, BBC? Smile face. I never tried to shut down the Thomas fags. I just trolled them just a little bit, and just like you guys are doing, they gave me a huge reaction. Like when YouTube used to have groups, they made a ban the Blackbuster Critic group. And on DeviantArt, you guys had made journals about me. You guys are some of the biggest crybabies I've ever seen on the internet. What I'm trying to say is that anyone who doesn't part his hair the way BBC likes is in danger. Not just tickle or foot fetishists, boys who watch girl shows, girls who watch boy shows, adults who watch cartoons. Now this is just getting ridiculous. He's really pulling some out of his ass now. All these people are at risk by this intolerant, verbal diarrheic loser who thinks that just because he commands an army with the collective intelligence of the average TMZ viewer, he's worth worshiping. Again, what do my fans have to do with any of this? They're not involved in this. You guys involve them with what's going on. You guys want to shoot them just because they're fans of mine and followers of mine. You guys don't seem to be very good people. I've seen enough of Blackbuster Critic's work to know what he'll try to do. But we need to strike first, and we need to strike hard. We gotta give the Blackbuster critic exactly what he wants, fame. But in doing so, we will ruin his fun. Then his reputation, and finally his life. Raise awareness of the Blackbuster critic's actions on YouTube and DeviantArt. Warn fandoms that could be a potential risk. Flag, report, attack. Make your own journal like this one. Send this video to your local authorities so we can have this man locked up. Link. Failure isn't an option. We must fight this enemy and scare those fighting with him into silence. Ben 36 didn't deserve what happened to him. But in the case of the man who ruined his life, I can't say the same. Blackbuster critic, if you give even half a damn about your fans like you claim to, kiss them goodbye. The party's over. To his fans, do yourselves a favor, stand down. Wow. I don't have much more to comment about that. I'm sure you guys already have what I would say going through your mind right now. And this guy, he's just so desperate to get something on me. He's made, posts about getting my address, sending it to 4chan, getting Anon on me, someone to try to hack me. He wants to attack me on the internet and real life. Well, George Miser, if you really want to attack me in real life, send me a private message on YouTube. I will send you a personal plane ticket to Dallas, Texas, so you can attack me in real life. You will have the first strike, and after that, it's self-defense. Anyway, guys, here is another journal written by Angel Ghidorah. Warning to all tickling lovers and fetishists. Sorry if you already know this, but there is a deviant here by the name of Kamegi Jinka who is launching attacks on anyone with a love of tickling/tickle fetish. Again, you see how these lies pile up to where everyone instantly believes it. I contact one person, and by contacting one person, including that person, I mentioned one other person, Madhatter, I'm attacking everyone. He's acting like a fascist dictator, using fear to try to force us to deactivate our accounts with the belief that his army of followers will back him up. Where are they getting this stuff from? Just so you are aware of what he has already done, check out the journals by the following deviants. Feather Jedi, George Miser, Mununsa, Sonic Cooper. Here's how to report him. Make sure you read it through and do what it says or they'll just ignore you. Link. A word of warning to all on Fur Affinity or So Furry. This guy is also on those websites too, so be on guard. These people are so paranoid, so scared about what I might do. It's going across several websites. DeviantArt, Fur Affinity, and So Furry, which I never heard of. And I believe there was also some comments talking about they discussed this on the hentai board of 4chan, which I assume was in a tickling thread that was going on. Lemonade. Delicious. Continuing his journal, if we can learn to focus on people's positive traits instead of their negative traits we stereotypically perceive about them, the world would be a better place. If a person likes something you don't instead of immediately jumping on the hate wagon, try to learn why they like it. Respect them for liking it, even if you don't like it yourself, and just don't talk about it. Focus on what makes us unique in a good way instead of the bad. Yes, let's look at the positive traits of being a really big foot fetish fan of a 12-year-old's feet. Let's look for the positive traits and role-playing sexual themes with a 13 to 14-year-old boy. There's gotta be some positive traits in there, right? Let's ignore the negative, according to this guy. As you guys can see, this is rolled on way too long. I just wanted you guys to see how crazy things can get from one little thing. And to everyone on DeviantArt who is watching this video, I hope you actually listened to what I said, actually saw what I displayed for you to read, and realized how pathetic it was. The things you guys made up, the lies you guys told to each other to demonize me, which you guys criticized me of doing, and how certain members of your community have actions that need to be brought into question. Anyway, this is the Blackbuster Critic on the Blackbuster Show. But this account, it's the Blackbuster Censored account. Because as we all know, those who are offended by this video are butthurt flaggots. And I don't expect this video to stay up for much longer. You all have a good day.